Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed very excited to stand before you today to share a few words as we celebrate a successful graduation from UW Madison. It is indeed a great honor to be in a room with people from all over the world, and it feels to me that this is a more United Nations Assembly because you have people from all over the world gathered here, and I'm indeed very honored. I want to sum up my speech with the words of Julius Caesar, captured in a report presented to Pancras II of Pontus in the Battle of Zela. The famous statement which has maintained popularity and which resonates with us today is, I came, I saw, I conquered. I want to rework this with your permission and say on behalf of all international students graduating this spring and summer that we came, we saw, we conquered. Indeed, we came to UW-Madison from afar. From Buenos Aires in Argentina, Accra, Ghana, Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, Beijing, China, Jakarta, Indonesia, Madrid, Spain, Paris, France, and all other places I cannot mention for the sake of time. Whether by cars, trains, boats, ship, flights, or combination of some or all of these, we came to Madison. Some of us might have gotten here on purpose. They probably knew UW and heard about all the great things this institution has to offer and chose to come here. Others came by accident. For example, when my wife was offered a fellowship to study in the US, she didn't know any of the institutions, so she just chose a name that sounded nice, and Wisconsin was one. Luckily for her, she got accepted to UW, and that is what I consider an accident. Others like myself came here by association. Having joined my wife, who was already studying, I was privileged to also enroll in UW-Madison, and I'm here by association. Fellow graduates, family, and friends, whether by choice, accident, or association, we came and we saw and lived in Madison. For our experiences in Wisconsin, our lives have forever changed, and so is our perspective of the world. For instance, we have developed a new taste for cheese, and we can now tell the difference between American cheese, pepper jack cheese, provolone, and cheddar. We couldn't do this before we came here. We have also come to appreciate that football is not always played with the feet. In America, it is played mostly with the hands, but it is still called football. Walking on the lake is no longer mysterious. Everyone can do it if they stay in Wisconsin through January of every year. And the definition of warm is very relative. A beautiful warm day in February can be 25 degrees Fahrenheit. These are the perspectives of the world that have changed by our coming to UW-Madison. I can go on with a list, but I wouldn't want to bore you. Indeed, our lives have been changed forever. And for these experiences, we will be wonderful resources to others intending to visit the US. The journey has not been easy for all graduates. There were obstacles on the way, but with perseverance and a can-do spirit, we have conquered. For most of us gathered here, we have conquered language barriers. Some of us came with limited to no English fluency and found it difficult to participate in class discussions and to make new friends. Through hard work and extra efforts, our proficiency in English has improved significantly, enough that we can order pizza on the phone. We came with academic deficiencies of whatever form, and don't get me wrong over here, we are smart and qualified to be admitted to UW-Madison. However, due to the tag of international, we might have been asked to take preliminary courses and do extra work in our chosen programs just to be at par with our counterparts. We were not discouraged by all these. Rather, we saw them as opportunities to add to our existing knowledge. And we sit here more knowledgeable because we have overcome our deficiencies. We have also conquered perceptions of incompetence. With little work experience in the US, it was and is still very hard to market our abilities to employers. But we worked on them through volunteer activities and other opportunities that we got, and we have been given the chance to prove our worth. After our time in UW-Madison, We now have job experiences that we can put on our resumes that make us competitive in the job searches globally.
Yes.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have had to deal with the biggest cultural shocks of our lives when we first arrived. For me, it took a long while to be able to call my professors by their first names. Coming from a culture where calling an adult by a first name is rude, it was very hard to readjust. Similarly, for many of us, there are other parts of the US social life that we still do not understand. One typical example is what I call the American choice culture. An international student friend went to a coffee shop soon after he arrived in the US and he requested to buy tea and was offered a number of options. Do you want black tea, white tea, herbal tea, or green tea? Confused by the options given, he wanted a quick fix and asked for hot cocoa, but the response was no better. Do you want hot chocolate, peppermint hot chocolate, or salted hot chocolate? At this point, my friend was getting impatient, so he asked for water, which he thought water is water. But the list only grew longer. Do you want spring, sparkling, purified, mineral, energy, or flavored water? I can see this incident or something similar happening to each one of us at every one point in time when we walked to a grocery shop and got inundated with unlimited options on the grocery counter. Yet we adjusted our lives quickly to our new environment and we now live as Americans. We couldn't have done all these without the support of families and friends, some of whom are sharing the joyous moments with us today. To our spouses, our children, our parents, our friends, our professors, we say a big thank you. For every international student, the ISS has been our backbone. I like to think of them as our grandparents on campus. The cliche is that grandparents do not say no. In fact, for ISS, they do. And what is different about ISS is that they said no to us a couple of times, but they did it so nicely that it sounded as yes. It is the only office on campus that understands applied better than ourselves. The very dedicated staff are the only people who share our innermost feelings, our secrets, our sorrows, and our joys. This event is a manifestation of how supportive they have been to our success. I know we've done it, but I want to pause here so that we can give them another round of applause. Lastly, we pay glory tribute to University of Wisconsin-Madison, who ultimately made all these experiences possible. It's departments that accepted us to their programs, divisions that housed and fed us, and Wisconsin Union and UW Athletics that made our social lives a great experience. Above all, Baki Baja, who I know is hiding around the corner here to take poses with us, we are very grateful for the warm friendship. I stand here on behalf of my colleague graduates to pledge our unwavering allegiance to UW Madison, even as we join thousands of alumni scattered around the globe to make a difference with the Wisconsin idea. Thank you very much for your audience and on Wisconsin.
Richard, we love your fun stories. Let's give him one more round of applause. Now we're going to